Hello guys, how are you? Good evening. Just give me a moment. Let me just check our audio and video. Wait for a minute. Yes, it's perfect. Yes, it is coming live. Yes, fine. Hello. Hello. Perfect. So we can start our session now. So let's continue. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all here on Let's Crack JEE in English, and this is our tip of the day. Today we'll be talking about important properties of parabola. Because see, generally circles properties are always remembered to everyone, but since parabola is being introduced here the very first time in JEE syllabus for us, because before 10th we were never taught this parabola. So these geometrical properties are difficult to remember, so I thought why not make a small video where we can just recall all the tips, all the very important tips. So now let's start our topic. That's me, Nishant Khanduja. This is a small introduction about me. I graduated and post-graduated from IIT Bombay in aerospace engineering. It has been almost 8 years I've been teaching IIT JEE aspirants. I salute you guys, those who are there with me even during this pandemic. They all were enthusiastic just to learn, just to prepare for this IIT. Salute you guys. So don't worry, I'll keep helping you out till you want to learn. Okay, so before we proceed, I would request all of you to join these two Telegram channels. One is Let's Crack JEE in English, and the one is JEE Quest. So when I was talking about Unacademy, because why Unacademy only, we got connected. So why you guys should be there on this platform? There should be a specific reason. What is that reason? I'll tell you the reason. The reason is here on Unacademy, we conduct live classes. So we give live classroom experience, and that is what is very important, because this would never let you feel that you are having a board lecture. When you have live lectures, you can interact with the educator, you can ask questions, you can have doubt sessions. Hi Bhavesh. You can answer the polls conducted by the educators. Parallelly, there is a leaderboard which is being maintained, where you can see what exactly your position all over India when you are answering the question. That competitiveness is always there, and when that particular thing is there, you always feel like to learn more, be the top one. So when all these things are there, so I would say this is next to an offline classroom experience. Actually, the more than that, we also have weekly test series. We give you guys daily practice problem sheets, and we also conduct quizzes. And one more thing which is very important on Unacademy application is, whenever you sign up in this application, whenever you just log in, what you feel is that every time whenever you log in, you see that educators are delivering lectures. So whenever you feel like, you can start your learning. So there is no constraint that you have to wait for the next day to go to a class and start learning. You can start your learning whenever you feel like. Now, what do you exactly need to do? First, you need to install an Unacademy Learning app. When you install it, then select your goal. What is your goal? IIT JEE. Then go for plus and then get subscription. Now, when you punch on get subscription, there are options available for you: 1, 3, 6, 12 and 24 months. I would suggest that if a student is there in 11th standard, then he should go for 2 years package. If a student who is there in 12th or 13th, then he should go for 1 year package. Now you might say, sir, I'm already in 13th or 12th and hardly 6 months are left for my preparation. So what should I do? Then I would recommend go for 6 months package. So now why you should go for 6 month package? Because no one would like to just one would like to see a time where his or her subscription is over till the examination, where you see that yes, examination is yet to happen and your subscription gets over. No, you would not like to see that case. Second is it's very cost effective. For an example, if I take, let's say, this case, 2 years package, the cost comes around somewhere around what, 70 rupees per day. Now this is the price what you are paying per day. For 2 years, what you need to pay? 50,400 rupees. And for 6 months, you have to pay what? 25,200 rupees. And for a year, you need to pay what? 34,650 rupees. Now, while you are having these prices, when exactly you can have these prices? You can only have these prices when you punch my code NK001. If you don't punch this code, you would see the prices are slightly higher. So you have to use this code NK001 and then press apply. Now next to plus, what you see is there is something called iconic. Now what is this iconic? And why the price of iconic is slightly higher? The reason is very simple, because in iconic we get something extra. What is that extra? Extra is that you get to have, you are going to have what? Guidance. Yes, absolutely right. You are going to have guidance apart from top quality content. Whatever the benefits, actually, whatever the benefits you are going to get in plus subscription. You'll be having personal mentor, you'll be having study planner, you'll also be having test analysis report after every test. So when you have good guidance with top quality content, your best possible result is certain. And that's what we all want. We want you to deliver the best result. So I would recommend that people, those who feel they need some guidance also, how to attempt the paper, what you should not do, all these things, we have many questions and we need the timely guidance. We want someone to just monitor our progress. For that, I strongly recommend that you should go for what? Iconic subscription. For Iconic, the price for 2 years what? 90,000 rupees. For 1 year it is 58,500 rupees. And for 6 months it is 34,200. Now, if you look for a suggestion, then I would say go for these packages as soon as possible, because the thing is, the more time you have for your preparation, the better result you will deliver. It's a very simple funda. There is no complication. So I want all of you to start your preparation as soon as possible. Now, this is the update regarding Parabola lecture. So today we had a Parabola chapter in the morning. So I would request all of you, go and watch this lecture, Parabola lecture. Why? Because all the theory and a few questions were covered in this lecture. So you can just go and watch this lecture on JEE Quest channel. And this is regarding MANZIL batch. So this MANZIL batch started day before yesterday, and it is specifically for students, those who are shifting from 11th to 12th. And the thing, those who want to cover their basics from scratch, this is specifically meant for them. And this is being monitored by India's top educators. So like Namo sir is there, Samir sir is there, Nishant Khanduja sir is there, Pars sir is there, Jain sir is there. So big shots are there, and it is certain that you will be having really good session. So go for this batch, because this batch hardly started 2 days back. So I would not like you to miss upon this opportunity. Start this, enroll for this batch as soon as possible. We also have JEE Rank Booster. So this JEE Rank Booster is specifically for those who are there in 12th or 13th and they feel that yes, their preparation is somehow lagging and they want to have leap. They want to just start, they want to have good speed. They want to have revision of all the concept. So for them, this batch is meant, JEE Rank Booster. So you can go for this rank booster package, and this has also been started 2 days back, 24th of December. And whenever you apply for these subscription, I would recommend you guys to use my code NK001, because when you use this code NK001, what do you see? You see that there is a decrement, there is a reduction in your subscription price, and that reduction is what? 10%. Okay. and this is for the upcoming batches. So one batch for 11th and one batch for 12th class, and these two batches are starting on December 28th, so basically Monday. So from Monday onwards we are having two more batches. So I would request people, those who failed to enroll for batches, do not worry, everything will be starting from scratch. So enroll for these batches as soon as possible. Cool guys. And there is one more announcement regarding our test series. So we are having 3 test series. One is JEE Main Super 30, another one is AIM JEE Advanced 2021, and third one is chapter wise DPP, basically Unacademy Intelligence Quest, where we have chapter wise daily practice problems. Every day is given to you guys. So every day those problems are being given to you guys from Monday to Thursday at 8 p.m. Whereas JEE Main Super 30 test, they are being conducted on every Friday at 10 a.m. and we have JEE Advanced 2021. So tests for JEE Advanced are being conducted on every alternate Sunday at 9 a.m. There are 2 tests, one is from 9 to 12 and the one is 2 to 5. So please go for these test series. You can just enroll for these test series free of cost. You do not need to pay anything extra. So just don't worry, go for these tests. Go for these test series. So now let's start our tip of the day. So let's have a discussion about important properties related to focal chord of a parabola. So what is focal chord? Focal chord is a chord which is passing from focus of the parabola. Okay, so I'll just write down important properties. So one of the properties is, let's say if focal chord is being drawn at one point of parabola, and this is being represented by, let's say, a t1 square comma 2a t1, then when focal chord will meet the parabola at another point, so this point's parameter will be represented by like this. T2 will be equal to what? Minus of 1 upon t1. So this point's coordinate will be written as a upon t1 square minus of 2a t1. Okay guys, so this is one of the most important properties where you can just reduce the number of variables are included in the question. If you know this property, certainly you can just reduce the number of variables. Instead of having 2 variables t1 and t2, you can only have 1 variable t1. Okay, now let's talk about second property. Now if we know one parameter, let's say t1, know one parameter, then you can easily calculate the focal chord's length. So focal chord's length will be what? A times t plus 1 upon t whole square. So this is your second property. This is focal chord's length. Okay, now let's talk about third property. Third property is, if you consider this point a t1 square comma 2a t1 and another point a comma 0, basically focus. If you consider these 2 points as diameters and you try to draw a circle, then this circle will certainly touch the tangent at the vertex of the parabola. So I'll state this. Circle drawn considering a t square comma 2a t1 and a comma 0 as diameters extremities, then circle will touch tangent of the parabola at vertex. Now, in this case, since we are having standard parabola, which is what y square is equal to 4ax, here your vertex is what? Origin. So at origin, this is the tangent. Your y-axis is the tangent. So you can clearly see that this circle is touching what? This circle is touching the y-axis here, which is basically what? Tangent of this parabola at its vertex, and that vertex is what? Origin 0, 0. There is one more property. The property is if you consider this point a(t1 square, 2a(t1) and another point of focal chord on the parabola, this point. If you consider these 2 points as diameters, extremities, then if you draw a circle, that circle will certainly touch the directrix of this parabola. So again, same statement where diameters, extremities have been changed. Now we are having what? Focal chord extremities. Circle drawn, considering focal chords extremities as diameter, then the circle will touch the directrix. Okay guys, so remember this. So here directrix will be what? Directrix will be x is equal to a. This line will be what? X is equal to minus of a. This will be your directrix here in this case. Here guys, so I hope these 4 properties related to focal chord are clear to you. Okay, so let's move to our next properties. Now these properties are related to tangents. So one property related to tangent is, so one thing that let's say if you have 2 points, let's say one point is here where you see what? This is a t1 square, 2a t1, and there is another point where you have drawn a tangent, and this is what? A square, 2a. Fine. Now if draw tangents at these points and these tangents meet at a certain point, so now what will be the coordinate of this point? Coordinates for this point is what? A t1 comma a times t1 plus t2. Remember this. It's very easy to find out. You can just write down the tangents equation here. You can write down the tangents equation here, and then you can easily find out the intersection point. One way. Another way is you can use chord of contact, and then you can easily compare with the chord of contact and the line which is passing from these 2 points. You can still find out the points coordinate. Okay. Second property is, let's say if draw a normal, let's say if you draw a normal on this tangent from focus, draw a normal on this tangent, and this is a normal. This normal will meet this tangent at where? At tangent of the vertex for parabola. Okay, so I would write like this. So perpendicular drawn from focus on a tangent will always meet will always meet tangent drawn from the locus on a tangent, perpendicular drawn from a focus on a tangent will always meet the tangent at any point on the tangent at vertex on the tangent drawn at vertex of the parabola. Drawn at vertex of the parabola. So again, try to understand this statement. So here, when you draw a perpendicular from a focus on a tangent, so this foot of the perpendicular will always be there on a tangent at vertex of the parabola. So right now what you can see is here on this vertex. So this is your vertex, origin is your vertex here, and at vertex y-axis is a tangent, correct? So whenever you draw a perpendicular, so this perpendicular will always be there on the y-axis. So that's what I meant. In another curves, so whatever tangent you are having at the vertex of parabola, that tangent will be having all the foot of the perpendicular from focus to any tangent here. Okay, let's talk about another property. Another property is, let's say if you try to draw perpendicular, so if you try to draw two tangents, so basically a pair of tangents on a parabola, and these tangents are having what, 90-degree angle, what, 90-degree angle. Okay, so this point's locus, will be called what, directrix, or you can say from directrix, if you draw a pair of tangent, that pair of tangent will be having what, 90-degree angle between. You can say pair of tangents drawn from the directrix, the parabola, will always have 90-degree angle in between. Or you can say the angle between pair of tangent drawn from the directrix will always be 90-degree. Here guys? Okay, now let's have one more property. Now another property is, just imagine I'll use different color. So now just imagine if you are having one tangent here, okay, now this tangent is drawn, and now this tangent meets the directrix here. Now from directrix, let's say you draw a line till focus. Now where at the point where you have drawn the tangent, now join this point to focus again. You know what, this angle will be what, this angle will be 90. Okay, so basically, or you can say that this part, this line segment from 80 square, 280 till directrix point will always subtends 90-degree angle on the focus. Okay, so how would we write? The line segment from the touching point to intersection point with the directrix will always subtends 90-degree angle on the focus. Here guys, very simple. Okay, so these are the properties related to tangent. So I would recommend you guys to just just recall them before going to the examination, because these are important properties and sometimes if you forget them, so we'll not be able to solve question. Okay. Hi Anusmita Sahu, you're also in class 10th. Okay, so for you guys, obviously you guys have not studied parabola. For you it would be slightly difficult to understand, but it's okay. If you have studied conic section earlier, so you can just note down these properties. They will be very helpful. Or if you want to see the derivation, how exactly we got them, I would recommend you to just watch my lecture on parabola. Today morning I delivered that lecture on JEE Quest channel. You can just watch that video. Now let's talk about a few properties related to normal. So the very first property is, whenever we draw a normal at any point, let's say a t square comma 2at, and this normal will certainly meet parabola at another point, let's say this t dash. So how would we write t dash? This t dash will be written as minus of t minus of twice of. That's how you can write it. Second property is, when you see the equation of parabola, when you see the equation of normal to any parabola, what is that equation? Equation is y is equal to mx minus 2am minus of am cube. Now let's say this normal is passing from one point. Fine. Let's say this is passing from one point h comma k. What do you see? You see that hm minus twice of am minus am cube will be equal to what? This will be equal to k. Correct? Now if you look at this equation, because obviously when this normal is passing from this point, so this equation will satisfy that point. Correct? Now when you see, this is what? Cubic equation. So that means we will have three values of m. So that means from a point from where a normal is passing, from that point we will be having exactly three normals drawn to the parabola. What? Three normals drawn to the parabola. So let's say one could be this, another could be this. So we are having, let's say, three normals, because we are going to have three values of m. So now these points where we are drawing normal, the parabola, so these points are called what? Co-normal points. Co-normal points. And if you try to draw a triangle using these co-normal points, or you can say triangle drawn using these co-normal points, will always have its centroid on the x-axis. Please remember this. Let's say if you draw a circle, if you draw a triangle using these 3 points as vertex of a triangle, then the centroid of this triangle will always be there on the x-axis. So remember this. This is also one of the important properties. Okay. Obviously, third is one property is, it is clear that yes, we'll always have what, three normals. If a point is given to us, then we can draw three normals to the parabola. Clear? Okay, let's move it. Let's talk about properties related to the shape of the parabola. So the one property is now if you draw a tangent at any point, now from that point if you drop a perpendicular on the directrix, from that point only you draw focal chord. So this tangent will be an angle bisector to the angle made by focal chord and the perpendicular drawn from this point, the directrix. This angle will be equal to this angle. How will I write? You can say tangent at any point. Tangent at any point will bisect the angles made by focal chord passing through that point and perpendicular drawn to directrix from that point. So this is one of the important properties. Okay, now another property could be, now if you remember while studying mirror, we have studied that whenever we draw light ray parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it passes from focus. So let's say if this is an incident ray, so after reflection it will pass from the focus. And another property is, if we are having a light ray passing from the focus and then it is incidenting on the surface, parabolic surface, then after reflection it will be parallel to the principal axis. If I want to show it by a diagram, so incident ray passing from the focus, after reflection it will be what, it will be parallel to the principal axis, like this here. So these are the properties which parabola has. So I would recommend you guys to just go through these properties before going to the examination, because you might face problems from these properties. If you don't know these properties, you'll not be able to solve the question. It will be like you'll be helpless. You can't use other things. You know everything, you know every single formula, but since you don't know the property, you'll be stuck. So I would not like you to face that problem. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session. Somehow you'll be able to recall all the properties. So now this is regarding one of these sessions I conduct on Unacademy application. So this is my special class. This is free of cost for you guys. Now the thing is how to watch it. You can watch it tonight at 4 past 8 p.m. How can you watch it? First, you have to install an Unacademy application. So install Unacademy application. Install it. Then go for my profile, Nishant Khanduja. When you search for my profile, then what do you need to do? You need to simply what? Follow my playlist. When you follow my playlist, press on any video. When you press on my video, there will be a pop-up. There you have to punch a code, a key. Now that key will make sure that you can watch this video free of cost. What is that key? Key is NK001. So you need to punch this key, NK001, and then you can peacefully watch my classes. Okay guys, hi Varun Raj, good to see you after so long. Where were you? And this is my one-shot revision series lecture ellipse. So this ellipse chapter is going to happen on Monday at 11:30 a.m. So guys, those who are feeling that they are having difficulty in conic section ellipse, they can come and they can have one short revision with theory and question on Monday morning. So if you have liked my videos, I would request you to just like it, share it with your friends. You can also subscribe this channel, Let's Crack JEE in English, and there is bell icon button. You can press that so that you'll be able to come to know all the videos coming up on this channel. So now guys, I'll take your leave. So take care, bye bye. And those who want to learn maths from me, so what exactly they need to do? They need to come on Unacademy application. And when they come, they have to punch this code NK001. When you guys punch this code NK001, first of all, you'll be getting 10% off. Second of all, I'll be getting what? I'll be getting a notification that yes, my students, they have arrived on the application. That's my duty to just look after them and make sure that they clear this examination. So would love to see you guys on Unacademy application. So I would love you to be there. I would love you to be, learn maths with me, fall in love with this. So if you want to have this sort of feeling, this sort of, facilities, then use the code. Okay guys, so I would take your leave. Bye bye, take care. We'll be seeing you tomorrow with another session. Till then, bye bye, take care.